There's not much to say other than
Let's go.
let's hope we find something.
Oh, not the same thing.
No.
Roman, that burnish ware. It's just scattered everywhere. Another piece.
What's this? I don't think it's super exciting, but it's not a lid, I don't think.
Some sort of seal.
Hmm.
That's quite nice. Now I'm always checking the nails because of the ones in Cape found. Pretty sure that's just perished.
Unusual. But a shark's tooth. A shark's tooth.
No way, fossilised.
A fossilised shark's tooth.
Wow.
I assume it's a shark's. First and potentially only Thames bin of the day.
Hear that amount? It's a square. That's probably that's not a native shell. A native shell from some ballast. Very pretty though. Take that for the miniatures for sure. No, I'm just on a quest to find the tiny shells. That is a very round thing. Oh, all my tiny shells I'm picking up. Is that a marble? Or is that industrial?
Oh! I don't know, but it's made out of not just like, it's made out of something fancy, I think. It's got rings.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mystery. Lovely piece of coral. Looks like that.
So much old pottery spanning so many different, centuries. It's incredible.
Piece of vest of old, I think. It's quite nice though. What that would have been. Mother of pearl. There's lots of mother of pearl in this bit. I think it's probably used for buttons.
Well, that's the most complete bit of pipe I've seen today. Again, almost a complete pipe.
That is a beautiful bit of slipware. Look at that. And it's raining.
Yes, it is raining.
Part of a skull. Interesting shape. This seems to be a staple of the Thames. Pottery made with a thumb. What period that would be. That's quite nice with the thumbs. Kind of, is it green? Is it medieval? I like that. Take that piece. Nice in the garden. Hagstone, maybe it'll bring me luck. Roman.
Could have almost been a Bartmann face. Almost.
Bartmann. It's the tiniest bit. I clutched it from the waves. A tiny little bit. I think it could be part of his beard. I don't know. It could be anything. But it's a bit of Bartmann. In my head it was I want a bit of Bartmann, if nothing else. And there he is. It will be quite strange to get excited over such a tiny piece of Bartmann, but the Thames is the only place we ever find Bartmann. I found one piece once on a beach. Long time. I mean, it was an amazing piece, but only one. And I just like even the tiniest bits. It's like a tiny jigsaw puzzle. And they make me excited. They're kind of mysterious. Maybe it's the connotations of witches' bottles and things, but I love Bartmann. I'd like a whole one day, but maybe not find it. Maybe just buy it. That's such a beautiful piece of pottery. With good flecks in it. Very modern looking, but I imagine it's very old. That's really pretty. Maybe a tile? Very straight edges. It's very flat. Oh, I really like that. I had to Google Lens that to see what that is. It's amazing. Very flat.
That is a tiny piece of Bartmann. Nice. You said you wanted some.
I did.
And from this position, I saw a sugar cone fragment.
It's all sorts.
But then I looked up. I want it.
I've seen a few bits.
Oh, I haven't seen any. But then I saw it and I looked away. I mean, it's like a Where's Wally? It's like one of those games trying to spot the sugar cone in this.
Tiles, roof tiles.
Can you see it? Oh. Is this it?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. It's kind of curved.
Oh, that looks almost samey to me, but I don't know. It's a bit thick, maybe.
Oh. It might be from a sugar cone. We'll have to tell you what that is at the end. Hey, I found an even tinier bit of Bartmann. An even tinier bit.
Yeah, but I like that. We can fragment him together.
Oh.
Yes.
but it's a bit of Bartmann. Ah, yes, that is definitely sugarcane. Brilliant. I really like that. I wanted it for my little thing. Is that one? Looks a bit like it could have been an eye, perhaps. Westerwold. I haven't said or found that in a long time. There you go. More sugarcane. Cone. Giant bit.
Now this is turned into a challenge to find Bartmann pieces. I'd say that was pottery waste, slag. Someone went like that after they finished, squished it, or it could have been a plate, to lift a plate up while it was being fired. I like these, they're organic. I've got one on my shelf at home that's got glaze, that was glazed. I think that's what it is. You can see more fingers where they went. They probably just went. I don't know why I made that noise. I might take that one, although it is quite heavy. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Metropolitan slipware. Looks like a cherry bakewell tart. Love these pieces. Maybe we should take this to make a cake in the Mudlarking doll's house living room. That feels pretty old. What's your ask, Mum? It's almost like sand. I'll have to ask Mum about that. What do you think about this? It's old, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A mystery find. Ooh, for your squidgy clay collection. Yeah. Ancient squidgy clay.
I've been very much sucked into looking at the beautiful pottery. It's a beautiful bit of tin glaze. I don't know what that would have had on it. It's stunning. Like a little flower. Now I'm not going to find any more Bartmann. Isn't that always the way? I found my bit. So that was a little quick trip to the foreshore. We were there because we went out on a day trip with Oscar because he's on his summer holidays now. So it was only quick. So we didn't. Well,
we did find stuff.
we did. It's just a bit different, but to us, because we don't get a chance to get to the Thames very often, the things that possibly another Thames mudlark might not think were that, whereas we get very excited.
Yes.
As in, wow, what's your favourite find? Oh, that's a question.
I mean,
do you have a favourite find?
No.
Mine's too. I like this. I do like this. And I mean, a lot of people might look at that and go, what? But it has fingerprints, and because it's flattened at the bottom, I think it's waste pottery, but that they use to prop up plates or ornaments. Possibly an ornament because it's kind of squidged to fit
In
a
a
shape.
kiln?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for firing.
Yeah.
Because it's really flat on the bottom. So obviously it went
Mm-hmm.
and then moulded it around the thing they wanted to keep off the bottom of the kiln. It's a sort of stoneware. Stoneware? Yeah. I think it's lovely.
Oh, I don't think it's just clay, stoneware. It's not ware, is it? It's just a smush.
I think the makeup is different though.
Yeah, you found a similar one before.
This one's glazed.
This one's been
I've seen a few. I wish I'd picked them up now. I didn't realise the Thames was finite for us. I imagine after this year's over we'll not be able to go again because of the lists. So every bit I find now I'm picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
I picked that one up particularly because it was glazed, and I mean it's just stunning.
Truly unique.
Yeah, and look at those fingerprints, finger marks. There's no prints, unfortunately.
It probably would be under the glaze.
Yeah, and because I like that organicness so much, I've started collecting. Well, Kate bought me my first bit.
I actually bought you your first bit in Seaham, in a charity shop in Seaham, because it looked like a witch.
It's just a handmade pottery, but made by an amateur.
Yeah. But glaze.
Yeah. So they obviously did a course, or but you see them around, don't you?
Yeah, every now and again. I just love her face. But yeah, they're truly unique.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's my owls.
Such a weird choice of colour, too.
I imagine it was a mistake, possibly. I just call them my squidgy pots, squidgy figures. Because you can just feel where people's hands have been, like these. It's almost exactly the same, isn't it? And I suppose that goes for that as well. The thumbprints of some potter who made it. It could be medieval. Could be post-medieval. It's quite difficult to age those sorts of things, I think.
Talking about difficult to age is my shape that could be
a Roman tessera. We went to Cyprus on holiday and there was just tessera lying around loose and they looked just like that.
But it's kind of like sandstone.
Yeah, they looked almost exactly like that. Don't you remember?
That would be pretty crazy.
I mean, I think they had high class mosaics and then they had your more basic mosaic. That might be from a more basic. But it just really, really reminds me. I mean, it's not as sharp, but it has been rolling around in the Thames for a long, long, long time.
Yeah, if anyone has any suggestions.
This is a mystery. I think it's beautiful. Because it's so flat. It must have. I'd say a tile, but it has the ridges where it would have been hand thrown. But then that hasn't worn away because you wouldn't have this glaze anymore. So it was very finely done. And it is so flat. And it's got such straight edges.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody knows?
This is a bag seal. It's a lead bag seal. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything on the other side. That would have been cool. But it's older than the bag seals we normally find. It's like a post-medieval one. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Different bits of slipware. Oh yeah.
My ball. I think it's industrial. It's so smooth. I think it was for polishing.
But it's banded.
Maybe it's made of a certain sort of stone to polish.
So smooth.
It is very, very
Really
tactile, yeah.
Incredibly light.
It's a very cool thing.
Yeah.
The hagstone didn't bring me much luck.
Some slipware, some sugar cones, which are these. They made sugar in them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sugar was so expensive. You had it in cone and then you chipped it off.
Some Westerwold.
There's some mother of pearl pieces. There's lots of mother of pearl there. I think it was probably used for inlay or making buttons, but there's just so much everywhere, and it's quite good for miniatures, so I picked up a couple of pieces. And getting the tiny, tiny shells, good for miniatures too. But the thing I'd like to find, I think possibly the most, it's nice to find tokens and amazing things, but I love Bartmann. I love Bartmann. I want one. I want a whole one. I don't know how much that would cost. I'm never going to find one.
No.
But I just love them.
Mm-hmm.
I just love everything about them. As I said in the film, possibly the kind of witches' connotations, the witch bottle, and I've had 2 witch bottles in my life now. I went to pick up a cupboard in London that I bought, and the man there was a bottle digger, and he had the most amazing pipes and bottles, and it was mind-blowing. And then he said, I've got something really special upstairs. And he came down the stairs and he had a little witch bottle that he'd found in the mud. And it shook, and I went, that's a witch bottle. Yeah, but he'd never take it to a museum. I told him to take it to a museum because, the museums love a witch bottle, don't they?
Yeah. They'll be able to say what's inside.
But I feel very, very honoured to have held 2 in my life. Some people never, only ever see them in museums. I'll hold 2 of them. Yeah, so it's all that and the face and the story behind it, which Kate will tell you about in a minute. And just even the tiniest bit, which is what I found. It's just the tiniest bit. But we don't find them anywhere else.
Except the
one piece. I found one piece, which I'll show you in a minute from one other place. But, that's a piece, isn't it? That is. Or is that just a blemish?
I think it's just a blemish.
Right.
Yeah.
But I imagine that's from his beard if you look at all the other pieces that we have. Yeah, because where's the big beard? There's the big beard. And it's another beard.
This one's got his mouth and his nose,
I
just
know.
missing his eyes.
I know. I love them. This one's got his nose and his eyes, but not his beard. It's very unlikely now for me to find a whole face, but And that's the start of his beard, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like the bit between, is this his nose? Is it his nose?
Or it might be the end of his beard, like this one.
Right. We have a few eyes, don't we? We just always get very excited about them, don't we?
Yeah. But we've also got lots of bits of the medallions.
Yes. This one's amazing with the lines on it. Where's that eyes? That's nice, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy.
The eyelashes. Bit medallion. This is the piece that we found not on the Thames.
We should go back there and see if the
Yeah,
rest
we
of it's
should.
there.
Yeah.
I think we're planning to go back there anyway.
Yeah.
We haven't been there for a very long time. Like 2 years, 3 years?
Longer than that.
Yeah.
3 years, I'd say.
It was Christmas, wasn't it? Yeah, so I reckon that's part of his beard.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They can go to the collection.
So yeah, no sherd story this week, but we're going to have some Bartmann history. of Bartmann.
shirts.
Yes, okay, yes. The sherd story.
The
of
ultimate
Bartmann.
sherd. They're our favourite sherd.
So thank you as always for everyone that likes, comments and subscribes. Hope you enjoyed us back at the Thames. Some more mudlarking next week. Hope you enjoy the Bartmann history. So Bartmann jugs are bulbous ceramic jugs with narrow necks and strange bearded faces. And the history tells a global story of art, religion, trade, and even propaganda. So the story begins in the mid-1500s in the German town of Friesen, just outside of Cologne in the Rhineland. This region was famous for producing stoneware pottery, durable, water-resistant, and perfect for shipping across long distances. The jugs were made using a technique called salt glazing, where salt was thrown into the kiln during firing, creating a glassy, slightly orange peel texture to the surface. But the really distinctive thing of the Bartmann jug are the face masks, a stylised, sometimes grotesque bearded man moulded into the neck of the jug. And in German, Bartmann literally means bearded man. So these jugs became iconic not just because of their practical use, such as storing ale, wine, vinegar or oil, but for the unmistakable design. So there's a couple of theories for who is the bearded man. One popular theory is that it's a satirical portrait of Cardinal Robert Bellarmine, a powerful Catholic figure during the Counter-Reformation. He was a staunch opponent of Protestantism, and Protestant potters may have mocked him by slapping his stern face on beer jugs. And that's why in English-speaking countries these jugs are often called Bellarmine jugs. But others argue that the face isn't Bellarmine at all. It may represent a wild man, a mythological figure from European folklore, often covered in hair and associated with nature and chaos. Or perhaps the bearded mask was used for more superstitious reasons, believed to ward off evil spirits or protect what was stored inside. But in the end, no one really knows for sure. And by the 1600s, the face had become a kind of branding, as recognisable as a Coke bottle today. They weren't just utilitarian, they were also highly decorative. In addition to the bearded face, many jugs were adorned with medallions, circle seals stamped onto the body, and they often included royal coats of arms, religious imagery, merchant emblems, or even moralising quotes.
Oh, I'd like to find one of those.
And we've got quite a few bits of the medallions. And it's kind of like 17th century advertising. So some of the jugs might show allegiances to a king, promote a business, or display a family's wealth and status. And some were really quite elaborate, but there were lots of simpler, mass-produced ones sold to the lower and middle class. And you see quite a lot of just the face.
Yeah.
So thanks to their durability, Bartmann jugs became one of Germany's top exports in the 16th and 17th centuries. They were shipped across Europe and to the far reaches of the New World, discovered in colonial settlements from Jamestown in North America to Cape Coast Castle in Ghana.
Wow.
They've been recovered from shipwrecks buried beneath centuries of salt seawater. And today, archaeologists find Bartmann jugs in contexts ranging from Dutch trading posts to British taverns to slave forts on the West African coast. They were ubiquitous, and their presence tells us a lot about global trade networks, colonialism, and material culture in the early modern period. But by the late 1600s, the popularity of Bartmann jugs began to decline, and styles changed, and other regions, particularly England and the Netherlands, started producing their own stoneware alternatives. And the bearded face, once a symbol of craftsmanship and tradition, slowly disappeared from the potter's wheel. But they are very collectible.
Yes.
These days.
I'll never be able to afford one.
And remain some of the most recognisable ceramics of the early modern world. So there is a brief history of Bartmann Bellarmine jugs. And yes, I would very much also like to own one.
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll have to make our own.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.